I've been playing on modern controls for about a month and I have a lot to say about it. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC Mura here. So ever since Street Fighter 6 came out, I've been going through a very strong character crisis. I can't for the life of me land on a main. I tried out Marisa a little bit, but I don't really feel her. I tried out Luke and he's a bit better. He's probably the closest thing I have to a main character right now, but I don't enjoy him that much. He gets the job done, but he's no Cody, right? And I did try classic Chun-Li when the game first came out, and I don't gel with this Chun. Unfortunately, I don't have a Poison, I don't have a Cody, I don't have an Armika, I don't have a character that I really resonate with, that I really enjoy playing and would like to grind with. And seeing what Haitani was doing with modern Chun-Li, and given the fact that I did lab her a little bit and saw the level of control that she can possess, I was like, you know what? This is interesting. Like, I might try to give her a shot. And that I did. I played her on my PlayStation account and I played her from the placement matches all the way to MR League and got some pretty good success actually. I had almost like an 80% win rate with her, given like custom rooms, battle hub, rank and everything, and in rank I had like 77% win rate, and I feel like if I grinded the MR I can get a lot because it was smooth sailing once I actually got to master, so I think I can take her far. I know that modern controls are kind of frowned about by the majority of the community. Most of them think it is completely free, it's not that hard, but from my experience, it's actually not easy. It's somewhat difficult. The difficulty is kind of front-loaded with modern, because when I first tried it out, wrapping my head around the controls took me a lot of time, especially as someone like me who have been playing Street Fighter since 2008, even before Street Fighter 4 came out, so the classic control is very hardwired into my brain. So wrapping my head around the new control scheme was difficult. It took me a good week or two to just not do random specials whenever I want to do a medium punch. It can get to you, especially with a shortcut. Like, I will do super whenever I want to do a parry. You know how it is if you tried out modern controls, and still I don't think I have like complete mastery of it yet, because you know there are some moves that require you to use like modifiers. For example, Chun-Li's crouching medium punch, you have to press the medium attack and the modifier to get this one out. You don't have to press down at all, which is really weird, and her crouching heavy punch is kind of the same deal. Sweep is like down forward and heavy. There is a lot of weirdness to modern and the button selection, so I'm not fully there yet, but I feel like I am now at least at a decent level of mastery over the character. I can kinda pilot Chun-Li on modern, I will say, with about 70% efficiency or so. I will still look for the crouching medium punch, I will still throw out the random special by mistake here and there, but you know what, overall it's alright. Now, let's talk about the real modern experience, right? Because once you get over the learning curve of learning the controls, now you actually get to play the game. And modern does have some pretty good benefits. Regardless of who you're using, I feel like modern will give you better neutral. Because let's be real, Street Fighter 6 is a madhouse right now. Everyone is playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater, drive rushing left and right, jumping like complete idiots, drive impact. It's crazy. And modern does give you, regardless of who you're using, powerful neutral options. With Chun-Li, I get a one button anti-air that's actually very strong. Now I can walk forward, walk back, crouch, whatever, and have access to a strong DB that will give me Oki into knockdown, and that's good, right? And you do have the level 2 super or supers in general that you can do with one button, which is good versus drive rushes. It's good if you are trying to react to something like a fireball. The damage is scaled, but you do get the option to stop the opponent from throwing stuff out, so you can slow the game. Modern does give you better control. This does come at the cost of you losing cool stuff. With Chun-Li, you lose access to the anti-air, medium kick, heavy kick, you lose access to all overheads, her damage, most of the more optimal damage combos you can do, and you do lose a lot on terms of save jumps, etc. So you're playing a very dry Chun-Li. She is very effective, but she is very dry, and that unfortunately is one of the main issues with modern. Is you do get better neutral, but it comes at the cost of the fun. I'm having success, I'm winning, and it's not that hard, but it's not very fun. There is a satisfaction to, you know what, doing the super move through the fireball or whatever, like reacting well, uppercutting when the opponent jump. That stuff feels good, and modern kinda takes that away. It's effective, but it's not that fun, and it's certainly not fun to play against. Now, modern does have one benefit, and this is a big one. Obviously, I don't only play modern because I do play like Marisa and Luke on classic, but the big one is the dropped input, right? And the input interpreter, I will say modern control does do a very good job of alleviating that issue. Like every time I go back to classic, I have, oh my god, I did DP, I did super, I pressed the button, I did parry, right? We all know how it feels with the classic, where you do stuff but the game decides no you didn't and takes away your control. That is the worst. So overall, it was an interesting experience, it was an interesting experiment. It does certainly change how you play the game. It's not that easy also, because for the most part you are playing the classic game. Like I'm playing classic Chun-Li 95% of the time, but there is like that 5 or 10% where I really need a sharp reaction, and that's where modern come into the play. But overall, I don't find it that much fun, especially with how crazy this game is. You want to do stuff, right? You want to have the fun combos. Execution combos can be fun, but I guess it depends on the person and whoever is playing. Maybe Chun-Li is like a specific case where she is somewhat dry with modern, but overall, I think I'll stick to the classic from now on. I will try to play Chun-Li on classic, but God knows it's hard as heck now. That's the one thing that is difficult about modern and classic, is once you do learn how to play the other, you can't jump back on the same character. Like I find it very difficult to try out classic Chun-Li now, because my brain can't keep jumping back and forth when I'm seeing the same character. If I jump from modern Chun-Li to classic Luke, like that, no problem, no conflicting muscle memory, everything is cool and I can do it no problem. But jumping back and forth between modern and classic Chun, that to me feels impossible. I would love to hear your thoughts about it. Did you actually try modern controls out at all? Or are you one of the people whose modern controls are garbage and should be taken out? I think they do kinda give you an interesting way to play the character, an interesting look at the game, certainly controls the madness and makes the game less frustrating, if I'm being totally honest, but also a little bit less fun, which at the end of the day, you want to play to have fun, am I right? I would love to hear your thoughts about all of this in the comment section below. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.